Pizza is simple. It's almost as simple as a food could possibly be. It's just dough, sauce, and cheese, and whatever else you'd like to put on top of it. And it's also something that almost everybody loves. So you'd imagine that there aren't a lot of arguments about there being a right and a wrong way to do it, but you'd be mistaken. You might notice that I'm wearing different clothes, and the weather now is completely different than it was in the shots before this one and the ones that are coming up after this one. And the reason for this is that I shot all of this a couple of days ago, but when I sat down to edit it, I noticed there was a giant booger right in the middle of my nose. And with the amount of times I've had to explain to people that you weren't looking at boogers, it's just that my nose is so big that you can see all the way to the back of my skull, I couldn't do it again. Anyway, a couple of months ago, a subscriber to this channel named Will donated to my Buy Me a Coffee page, which is linked in the description below. And Will asked me to find the best pizza in my hometown. And to him, first, I just wanted to say thank you, but also, I'm sorry that it took me so long to get to this, but it may be for the best that it did, because between then and now, this city has been ranked the 64th best pizza city in the country. 64th out of 250, and that article was controversial. I don't think I'm breaking any news to anybody when I say that there is a lot of division right now, and it's coming from all directions. It's coming from politics and religion, economics, phones. This is an Android phone. Some people just can't handle that. We can be divided on anything. Sure, some of these things are important, but ultimately, most of them just aren't. And it makes me wonder, what is the smallest thing that evokes the strongest opinions out of people? And I think it might be pizza. I found an article on a website called ChinaDaily.com.cn, which is a website that I frequent. It says that in 2004, Italy, the country, set some strict pizza guidelines. They say that pizza must be round, no more than 35 centimeters in diameter, and no thicker than 0.3 centimeters in the middle, with a crust of about 2 centimeters. They recognize only 3 types of real Neapolitan pizza: marinara with garlic and oregano, margherita with basil and mozzarella from the southern Apennines, and extra margherita with fresh tomatoes, basil, and buffalo mozzarella from Campania. I should really learn to pronounce these words before I film them and put them on the internet forever. But they say that these norms protect one of the most ancient and most important gastronomic traditions. We don't want others to not make pizza. We only want them to make it as we make it. Seems reasonable. But obviously this isn't exclusively an Italian thing. We do this here all the time. People like Dave Portnoy have made a lot of money by having strong opinions about pizza. And fun fact, when my friend Brandon and I started making these, we deliberately avoided making videos about pizza so people didn't think that we were ripping off Dave Portnoy, even though we were ripping off Dave Portnoy. People sometimes ask me what happened to Brandon, and I never really talk about it. The truth is that about a year ago, he made a video about a pizza that had pickles on it, and then he just disappeared. And now, given what we know about Italy, it makes you wonder. But maybe I should be more opinionated about pizza, given that I live in the 64th best pizza city in the entire country. When I first saw that article, I was surprised, to say the least, but maybe that wasn't fair. Maybe there's something to it.
My name is Tyler Shear, and I am the owner of the Pizza Box here at the hub of Kennewick. Our story kind of begins with COVID, lockdown, being at home for all that time. We come from a background, we worked in the school district. So when it shut down, we were out of work, so we were at home. I just kind of came across pizza making videos online, and I thought, why not, let's make some pizza. So I took some classes, online classes, and we started making pizza at home in our home oven. And it was a lot of fun, and we just really enjoyed it, and we were just started making pizza pretty much every night. We started posting it online. People wanted to buy them, and at first I was very hesitant about it. I didn't want to sell them. I was like, no, they're not that good. No, I don't want to sell them. They're not that great. People aren't gonna like them. And my wife pushed me to do it. No, let's sell them. Why not? We would post on social media, hey, we're making 40 pizzas this Saturday, pre-order ahead if you want. And sure enough, we were selling out those 40 pizzas and people loved them. Out of our house, yes. You would drive up, our son Alex would run it out to you, and it became a pretty big hit. After a lot of people gave us some good comments on our pizzas, we said, hey, let's build a trailer and let's do events, and let's do it in the summertime when we're not working. We did one event that we signed up for, and we sold out. I think we did close to 80 pizzas. It was pizzas nonstop for 4 hours. And it was shortly after that, one of our friends who has a trailer here at the hub, he said, hey, you need to come here to the hub. And we had never even heard of it. So we came, or let's go check it out. We came, checked it out, and we fell in love with the place. It was amazing. It was a lot of thinking. It was like, I have to quit my job that I've had, working in the school district. And, for over 10 years I worked there. So I'd have to quit to do this full time. So it was a big risk. I think the biggest part with me is I really enjoy this. I love doing this. I could see myself doing this every day, versus what I was doing at the time. That was like a job. This doesn't seem like a job. The hub has been incredible. It's given us a place to, plant our business and let it grow and get our name out there. Our brand that we created is spreading. We use, 00 flour. We use whole milk mozzarella. It's always fresh ingredients, nothing ever frozen. San Marzano tomatoes that we crush up ourselves. Our dough is very, very simple too. It's literally flour, water, salt, yeast. It's a very airy dough, light dough, and you're not going to get real heavy when you eat it. Real basic, real something simple that you would get, if you went to Naples. We try as much as we can to keep it very authentic, to Neapolitan pizza with a little bit of our twist on it. We want to have, sausage, pepperoni. We even do pineapple on our pizza. We even serve ranch with it, which some people are against, but it doesn't hurt my feelings to serve ranch or put pineapple on pizza. I feel like you can put just about anything on a pizza and it's a pizza,
Pizza is probably the one food that should bring people together the most. Everything about it just invites you to share it with somebody else. My wife and I just shared a pizza on Valentine's Day, and it was wonderful. My wife and I shared pretty much everything. We share responsibilities and a bank account and children. We share children. But one of the most important things that we do share is pizza. At least for the purposes of this video, we do share a lot of pizza, but not this one. This is the Pizza Box Special from the Pizza Box. It's got, I'm not going to remember everything. What's on there? Pepperoni, ham, pickled jalapenos, and the most controversial pizza topping of all time, pineapple. It's got pineapple. And I did not bring a tape measure, so I'm not sure exactly how many other rules it's violating, but it's at least a couple. That crust is... That is a delicious pizza. That pickled jalapeno has a bit of a kick, the sweetness of the pineapple. The best thing is probably... What's that? It's from the Pizza Box over at the hub. Yeah, you want a bite? It's the food truck right over there. The Pizza Box. Was the same guy. Anyway, this pizza is delicious. The crust and the cheese and the sauce are simple, but they're delicious. To be perfectly honest, I've never been a pineapple on pizza guy. I don't hate the idea, it's just not the direction that I would go, but coupled with everything going on here with the kick from the pickled jalapeno, this is an excellent pizza. But if the question is if it's authentic, I have to be honest and say, I don't care. I've never understood the urge to try to force people to like whatever it is that you like. iPhone people do this all the time. I do use an Android phone, but I do also like iPhone. You'd imagine that by your mid-30s, the whole text bubble color conversation would just stop, but it doesn't. You'd imagine that people would eventually realize that it's not Android that is making your texting experience worse, it's Apple that is making your texting experience worse, and they're doing it on purpose. But the good news is that Apple is being forced by the European Union to adopt RCS, so that will make that just a little bit better. And what was I talking about? Oh, pizza and Italians. I guess that actually does tie in, because Italy was a founding member of the European Union. So, I mean, thanks for the phone stuff, but this pizza rule stuff is absolute nonsense. The thing about tribalism in general and pizza elitism specifically is that it's not actually a personality trait. Just because you like another pizza more than another one doesn't make the other one worse. Being particular about something is perfectly fine, but being recreationally negative about something doesn't make you more interesting. It makes you exhausting, and being exhausting actually is a personality trait. For example, my wife's favorite pizza on the planet is Pizza Hut. She just loves Pizza Hut. But you know what she doesn't do? She doesn't go around telling other people that their favorite pizza should also be Pizza Hut. And do you know why? It's because she's a good person. And honestly, I like Pizza Hut too, but there's something that they will never have. If you go to their website and you look at their executive bios page, you'll see their CEO, president, CFO, head of marketing, head of human resources, and nowhere on there does it say that there is a person in charge of, pizza. But here it's Tyler, and it's Crystal, and it's Alex, and that is authentic. It's good cold.
I think one of the biggest things for food truck vendors is when that customer comes back and says, hey, I really love that food. Because that lets us know that we're doing something right. I want people to know, this is a family-based business, family operated. Our son Alex loves coming to work. He works the register. It's a family thing that we take so much pride in. We love doing it.
Pizza box.